Barça.
Jo sóc del Barça.
أنا من البرصة.
Yo soy del Barça, pibe. ¿Y vos?
Ich bin Barça-Fan.
Jo sóc del Barça.
Je suis du Barça.
I am a Barça fan.
Io sono del Barça.
Jo sóc del Barça.
Ja soc Barça.
Jo soy del Barça.
Nie Barça, nie Barça, nie Barça, nie Barça.
Ja, Barça fan.
I am a Barça fan.
Yo soy del Barça.
我是巴萨球迷。
Je suis fan du Barça.
I'm a Barça supporter.
Yo soy del Barça. ¡Viva México! ¡Ajúa!
Ik ben voor Barça.
Ja som Barça.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hi, hello.
Good evening. Good evening for those who are at the end of the day. Good morning. Good afternoon for the others. Today we are having a new show of our special edition of World Penyes Radio. A big show today. Many people to come with us, to work with us, to discuss. Today we'll have President of Penya de Lodz, Adrian Bialkowski. Good evening.
Good evening. Hi. Thank you for inviting me. How are you?
Yeah, really good. We'll have Olivier Goldstein from Le Blog du Barça to talk about the Clasico and the situation in Barcelona right now. Good evening,
Hi,
Olivier.
How are you? Nice meeting you. Nice being with you today. Thank you for the invitation.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure for us. We have, of course, the president of the World Penyes Federation, Toni Freire.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, Toni. We have Maxi Morgante, president of Penya de Roma.
Hi, good evening.
And Maxi is dealing with all the program. He's making people come in, go out. He's organizing everything. We've got Roser background to show us your comments on Facebook, for example. And so in the program today, we'll talk about El Clasico that took place in Madrid last weekend. We'll talk about the situation right now in Barcelona and the preparation of the Spanish Cup final. We'll talk about the basketball section actuality. We'll talk about Penya de Lodz in Poland because they have their own program, and we'll talk about their first anniversary celebrated today. And we'll finish with Robert Marcinkiewicz, who is a big Barça fan and a big shirt collector. And so that will make, of course, as usual, a great program. We say hello to everyone looking at us all around the world, all the Penyistas, all the Barça fans everywhere. And so let's start now. So first we'll talk about the game that took place last Saturday in Madrid. And I'd like to know how you feel right now as a Barça supporter, as a Barça fan. about this game, about what happened during this game, and how did you feel about this game? Did you, at the end, were you proud of the team? Did you think we could have done better? And do you think we deserved to lose? Maybe. Anyone can talk now.
I think we all were disappointed at the end of the game because the result was not the one that we wanted. We want to win. But in the game, the first half, we don't play well. I don't like the way that we were playing, the mentality of the players, the way that Koeman was moving the players around. At the second time, I think we have more control of the game, and we play better. And we had the opportunity to get at least a draw, a 2-2. But okay, we are in a phase, in a period of time now that we are making a new team, and we're still fighting for the Liga. So we lost a game, but we don't lose the Liga now. You will see at the end.
I think it has been a masterclass by Zidane on the first half. I mean, he could have ended 3-0 and no problem. I mean, they had very clear what to do, and they took very much advantage of weak side with Alba, and then on the first goal and the second goal with the Alba and Dest, they are not at the level 2, so we are weak in defense, and they took very much advantage of that. And it could have ended 3-0 at the first half. Then on the second half, Barça plays better, and I think that's what Toni says, that you think you deserve a draw when you are a Barça fan, because with the post by Elias at the end of the game, the very last minutes, it could be in 2-2, but in the end, 2-1 is not. I mean, from outside, we can say it could have been a draw, etc., etc. But if you see all this year, all this season, Barça, they lost against Atletico Madrid, they lost twice against Real Madrid, they lost against Juventus in home, they lost also at Camp Nou against PSG. They draw there because in the end they had nothing to lose, but they made a tremendous game, at least the first half, and it was 1-1 at the end of the first half. So this year Barça is not good against the big teams. So will they win the La Liga? They have to win against Atletico Madrid, at Valencia, at Villarreal, and it will be very, very tough. And also because Real Madrid, they have the goal average, particular with them. So it's not 1 point that Barça goes behind Real Madrid. They go 2 points behind. I think what Barça has to focus now is on the Copa del Rey, because I'm sure Marcelino has watched the game by Real Madrid, and he has taken notes. And Athletic Bilbao, it would have been better for FC Barcelona if they had won the Copa del Rey 10 days ago. They lost it, so they will arrive with revenge. Now they would want to win. So it's a tough end of year for FC Barcelona, where here they have to convince Messi to stay and to find a nice project. So I say hi to Roger Cruz Fernandez that just sent a message here. One of the biggest person here in the Barça fan.
Adrian, what did you think about the game?
I think what Oli said was on point, because in the first half they were much better, and honestly they should have scored even more. Literally every time they went near our penalty box, it was a good opportunity, and I was afraid. Luckily for us, they didn't kill us in the first half. In the second half, we played better, so we still got a chance to get this first goal by Mingueza. And I think we can feel unlucky that in the end we didn't at least draw the game, because it's not like we didn't have opportunities. Because altogether we had like 18 shots, so some of them were pretty close, like the Messi when he tried the Olympic goal, or the crossbar by Elias. So overall, it wasn't a great game from us, but in the end we still could have gotten at least 1 point. So that's what's really depressing for me from this game. But it also showed the character of the team. I like the character because down at 2-0, some of the people, they texted me as like, oh, it's going to be a manita, or I have a flashbacks from Lisbon or whatever. But I didn't feel this way. I think that our midfield did quite all right. I think that we didn't lose the midfield game, although some people were ecstatic about the Kroos, Modric, Casemiro midfield, comparing them to Xavi, Iniesta, and Busquets, which is ridiculous for me. But anyway, we showed them that we can compete with them, and that the team showed real character, which is not something that I would see, for example, with Setien. I think it could really go wrong if we broke down, but in the end, the team fought, and we were very close to getting a point.
Yeah, that's something we saw a lot of times this year. If we remember the games in the cup, for example, many times the other team was going in front, and our team had character. Wanted to. They could come back. They could win the game at the end. Many times with many difficulties, but at the end it came. We could pass to the next round. Do you think this team this year is more a team that reacts than a team that acts?
I personally think that we are lucky this year in the thing that the other great teams are not playing also at the level that they used to play. Because we are telling Barcelona is not playing well, but we are only 1 point behind Real Madrid. And Atletico Madrid is only 2 points ahead. So we are all not playing well at the moment. I think that this team is in construction. We are in construction mode at the moment. And we need to take time to see what will be the team that finally will be playing. One thing that I didn't like after the game is the criticism that I read online from players like against Pedri, who is a youth player, who is starting, who needs to grow. And you cannot put the pressure of the team in such a young player who's 80 years old. It's crazy. So the people have to understand that we are in a period that we have to grow.
Yes, I agree with you.
I
agree. I think Pedri had quite a good game. Not even by his standards. Maybe not like a great game like against Juventus, but definitely a better game than the first El Clasico, for example.
Yeah.
Olivier, what do you think
yes,
about
I think
about
that
this?
in the end, here what they said, people here, just to tell you what in Barcelona they said, that in the end it was very good to see Koeman. I don't know if you have seen that outside Spain, but when the final interview at the end of the match, there's the Koeman is still very angry, and there's the reporter, and he says, Ronald, what do you think about blah blah blah? And he said, but the penalty, I think this penalty, do you think it's penalty? And the journalist says, I don't know. And so he goes out, and Koeman said, I don't want to answer anything, and he leaves, you know. And here everybody applauds, saying, yes, I'm represented by Koeman, etc., etc. But also they said the second thought is that, okay, it's very good this for the people to feel somebody is here to represent them, but also when once he's in the locker room, he has to realize that the first half was not good. We don't have any 9. We play with Braithwaite the last 10 minutes. We are weak in defense because Benzema, this goal, I think you can see it on the image. He already knows he's going to do that. The way he shoots the ball, he knows before Lucas Vázquez will give his center that he will do that. He knows already. So Langlet on this side also is not prepared for that. So and Ter Stegen either. And so I feel that this team is always missing something. but it's FC Barcelona, and you can't say it miss you something. It's a Russian hill this year, FC Barcelona. 2 weeks ago, they win 6-1 in La Real Sociedad, and everybody says, okay, Barca is back, and Laporta effect. And now this weekend, they lose again. They win in the minute 90 against Valladolid. They lose against Real Madrid. We don't know what they're going to do on Saturday, and I'm not very confident. I think it's 50-50. So this team this year, it's very difficult to say what they were going to do. I mean, maybe they finish with a double, but if they can finish with nothing too, and not because and it's sport obviously, but also because they don't transmit the regularity and the confidence all around the game after game. I don't know if you agree, but this is how I feel. I think in one game they can win 4-0 to anybody, and they can lose 4-0 to anybody. Let's say not 4-0, but they can lose any game also.
Yeah. No, I agree completely. But there's a thing that I notice a lot with a lot of older fans, older supporters, and younger supporters. The older supporters, they understand that we are in a period of time that we are changing the team. And we have to rebuild the team. From down, up. We have lived this situation a lot of times. The thing what changes is that the last 3 times or 4 times that the rebuilding of the team take place, it happened with immediately success. Like, for example, when Rijkaard took the team, we won a lot of titles. Then we have a couple of seasons that we were not playing well. We changed. Pep come in. We won a lot of titles. Pep got out. Who was the coach then? I forgot the name. Valverde?
Yeah, but I agree, Tony. But in the end, Barca, they always said we have 100 million euros of budget. So you have to be there when you have 800 or 900 million.
It's not a thing of budget. It's not a thing of budget. You can have all the money of the world and invest and don't have a team who wants titles.
So you have a bad team regarding what you...
You have to build the team. And the Barca mentality is use youth players that we have and buy players who bring something more to the team.
Yeah.
We are in that phase now. What has to happen now had to be happened 2 years ago. They have to let go some players, buy new players, give changes to youth players. They wait too long. So I hope that we have the same success as the other times, the last times, that we have only 1 year maybe without a title and then we start winning again. But the normal thing is to be 2 or 3 years because making the club, making the team. So we will see. We will see what happens.
Yes.
So here we're seeing Maxi is showing us 2 pictures of the penalty that was whistled on the first Clasico this year, and the second penalty that was not whistled by the referee on this game. My personal opinion is that there was no penalty, even in the first game and also in this second game. For me, it's nothing. You don't fall with just this slight contact. You can amplify it. You can fall down to try to have the penalty. But for me, in the first game or in the second, I wouldn't have told there is a penalty. So what's your opinion about this? Because many people complained about the referee, about what happened. For me, it's on the biggest thing the referee was wrong about was not giving enough extra time, because there were many moments of break, red card, the moment he had a problem with his hearings. So there was more than 4 minutes. But do you think he made a clear error on the other moments of the game?
If I can say something, then I completely agree with you. I think there was no penalty. I think there were 2 times where we could have gotten the penalty. One was the Braithwaite situation, and the other was Mondi and Dembele in the penalty box. I think the situation with Dembele was more of a penalty than the one with a Braithwaite. At the first side of it, I thought that Braithwaite was actually fouled and it was a clear penalty, but then I looked at the replays and I think that's not really. I also looked at what some of the journalists online not affiliated with Barcelona or Madrid were saying, and literally nobody said that it was a clear penalty. So, I mean, it could go our way, but in the end it didn't, and I think that this wasn't the thing that got us the loss at this game. We lost because we were a worse team, unfortunately.
And I think I agree with you, Adrian. I think Atanas make a good point. I think there's more penalty on the first half. But if we speak about the penalty of the second half, it's because it's 2 minutes to the end, not something like that, no? So it's really when you think you may draw, when at the first half it's not the same dramatic situation as the second half, no, where you have to score to draw. But true that there's more penalty on the first half, but still it's very, very it's very difficult to whistle a penalty like this. If they had whistled a penalty like that against FC Barcelona on the first half, everybody would complain. I think that it's easy to speak about the referee when you lose, and I think that I come back to that. I really think that the first half of Barcelona was bad, and I think that on the second half they were better. But Real Madrid defended well. We have not to we have to think also about the occasion of Real Madrid on the second half. I remember like the head of Kroos, which is. I don't really know how this not a 3-1 goal for that, and so we have to remember that the goal of FC Barcelona is a Mingueza goal that he will never score again in his life. So so I think it's true there's penalty, but there are a lot. I think this game in Spanish we say baño de realidad. I think it has taken the FC Barcelona to the ground once more. I think the second time this year. First time it was just before the PSG. Everybody said Barca can go against PSG 4-1 at Camp Nou, and this time everybody says this Real Madrid is weak. 2-1 at Real Madrid, who has played just 4 days against Liverpool. So I think that it shows that there's a lot. Barca needs still a lot to recover the good level he had the last years.
I agree with what you guys are saying. But what I don't agree with is with the penalty action with Braithwaite. I think it was a penalty. It was a penalty because when the player is running
live, I thought it was a penalty. But when you see the repetition, but live, I said this is penalty. But then I see the repetition.
But if you are running at the velocity that he goes in at that moment, and you have a light pull from your shirt or your arm. He exaggerates. I agree with that.
Maybe that's why he's not
automatically you go.
Exactly. Maybe if he didn't dive, maybe it would actually be a penalty.
Yeah, but regulations in hand, it's a penalty. And you say journalists that are not affiliated to Barcelona or to Madrid, they say it's not a penalty. But the ex-referees who works with the papers, they say it's a penalty. Because one thing is what we see, and another thing is the regulations. And with the regulations,
it's surprising. I agree with you that it's surprising that at least the VAR, they have not decided to watch again the situation, because at that time, at this moment of the game, there's no second thought. I mean, this it's surprising. However, it would have been controversial on one side or the other. It's very controversial.
But even if the penalty is clear in another action, it will always be controversial if it is a Clasico.
Yeah. True. Of course. That's true. Yeah.
But
in a Clasico,
I mean, if you see there, and you see the image, the velocity that Braithwaite has at that moment, he's put his body and the velocity that he has. and just the pull of the lower arm for Mendy, just a little bit, and the player is outbalanced. He goes from his own velocity.
That's what I mean. Maybe. It's 8:26 in Barcelona. I think we can be here at 4 hours and we can still speak about this penalty. And it's a pity we can't meet in a bar and have beers, because this is typically we could speak about that for hours and hours. And unfortunately, I would say for FC Barcelona, I would say, because if they had done the good job before, you wouldn't have need this penalty,
No, I agree. I agree with that.
Of course.
And I agree also with another thing that you guys say was about that Madrid has more opportunity to score. If Vinicius was a killer, we have had 5-6 goals. Easy.
Yeah.
There will be no game. Yeah.
Because in the velocity,
Modric gave him perfect balls to go to the goal. Modric sent him to the goal 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
But
also when Vinicius do the attack and he come close to the goal, he always choose the wrong way to give the pass. You have another player
in my opinion, and I would say, I'm not a journalistic opinion, but as a fan opinion, I think that the defeat of FC Barcelona last year at Bernabeu, speaking about Vinicius, with goals of Vinicius and Diaz and Mariano, was much more harmful than this year. Because this year you say, okay, if in the end you can lose this game. Last year Barca make a very nice game, and last year and then Vinicius scores, and you say, Vinicius, please. I mean,
Mariano, please.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
It's true.
I was a little impressed in the game from Mingueza, because even as he had Mulik, he has difficult periods with Vinicius, because the velocity from Vinicius, he was only behind. He had to cover that zone because Dest was going to the attack. He did a really great job being as young as he is.
And he's faster than Vinicius, actually. He won this one
a couple of times.
Yeah.
A couple of times.
He was really good. He was really good and gave us the impulse.
I think that Mingueza is the typical guys that at the end, and por fin, no, we say in Spanish, we have him in the team. I mean, this team of FC Barcelona, you have to spend your money to have a number 9 fantastic, a midfielder, Ronald Koeman back in the 90s, and then you need a Minguezas and Araujos, etc. That team in the end is with Cuenca. I don't remember the name. He scored the last goal against Real Madrid also, and you have these guys. Sorry,
Jefren.
And from 15 or from 18 to 25, you need this guy. And from 15 to 25, maybe Mingueza in 2 years' time is not at the Barca anymore, but at least during 1 or 2 years, he helps. And I think they're fantastic because he knows the pressure, he knows what it is to play at Barca Madrid, and this is the essence of the club. And I think on this side, they're going on a good way.
Yeah, and what you always have with that kind of players is that they feel the shirt,
exactly.
They feel the logo, so they
and
will really.
When he scores, he does like this. He does like this when he scores.
Yeah.
And you know that his sister is playing for Barca too. It's unbelievable. A brother and sister playing for the first team, for guys, for women. It's really. I think it's the first time it happens. No, I don't think it happened in any club. Brothers and sisters playing for the first team is really very impressive.
But therefore, I think it's about the buying players and the youth players. It's very important to see the new board of directors, how they're going to handle the situation at the moment to make the team for next years. Because it's clearly that we need to get some players from out of the club, but we have young players at the club at the moment who my point of view is that they deserve to have the opportunity in the first team. Like, for example, Collado.
You said about exclusivity. I just have to say that before the program, they told me I had an exclusivity, so it's not an exclusivity. But I can tell you, I've spoken with many people in Valencia, and they told me that Alemany, the new football director, is a crack. He's a number 10. He's one of the best guy, even the best guy in Spain to manage a team for the football players. So I don't know how they will make it.
No money.
But I think we have the best guy in town to speak to do about that, because from the club, what they know is that the situation is more or less like in 2003 when they arrived. With the new thing is that there's COVID, so you don't have money from Camp Nou, from the museum, from the stadium, etc., etc., etc. So that's the point today for the club. But I think having an Alemany, Mateu Alemany, you will hear a lot about him in the next week in the summer season. He will be the key man for FC Barcelona to recover and to make a better team with the few money they have in their bank account.
But you know that a lot of Barca supporters have a double feeling with Mateu Alemany. There's a lot of, because he's a recognized Madrid supporter, and he always come out as a fan of Real Madrid. And I have spoken with a lot of people who tell me, okay, we will see how professional he is. If he can manage to separate emotions with professionalism, so we will see.
Yes, but I'm thinking at Valencia he made also the very good job, and if he wants to one day to work for Real Madrid, he should do a good job for FC Barcelona first. No, what do you think?
He was even president of Mallorca.
Exactly.
He was
exactly.
We will see. I wish him all success because we need it.
We have Jean-François Woestyn. We're going to welcome him, and to conclude about the Clasico game, we'll have a few words with him. So Maxi, can you welcome Jean-François? Good evening.
Good evening. Hello, everybody.
So Jean-François, you wanted to tell your opinion about the Clasico?
Yes, I think that the most important action was maybe made before the game when Benzema won the toss. What did he do? He chose the side, and so Barcelona has had the rain against them in the second period, and I think that if the side was the other, it could be totally a different second half. At the same way, if Madrid played in the Bernabeu Stadium and in Valdebebas, it was not the same game because of the stadium. Of course, Bernabeu is higher than Valdebebas, and you don't feel the rain in Madrid or in the training stadium.
Yeah, so you think part of the game was won before the game?
I think yes. Benzema was a perfect captain this night, and yes, of course, as you saw, Messi freezing cold in the second period, changing his jersey. Yes, I think it was part of the win of Madrid. Yes.
Yeah, this was crazy to see Messi stopping the game to change the shirts. This was something that I couldn't believe my eyes seeing him stopping the game. The game was on, and he was on the side changing shirt. It's something crazy. You don't even accept it in the team of your little town, no?
Yeah, sure.
He was freezing.
It's because you're used to the bad weather, Anthony. That's why. On the other hand, if he does that and then he scores because he goes faster than the others, everybody would say here he's a genius.
Of course. Yeah, but it's something.
But it shows that he won't go to England. He won't go to Manchester City because if he's not capable to support his brother, he's not going to Premier League.
You're right.
I was thinking okay, the two teams who are in the run, if we believe the press, are Manchester City and Paris Saint-Germain. And I was thinking both cities have shitty weather.
It's true.
Rain, snow, cold. So.
And Manchester even worse.
Yeah, I hope he remembered this game. The weather, the cold.
Send him the cassette. Send him a YouTube link, Tony.
Sorry?
Send him a YouTube link,
So
Send
Adrian,
him a link of the game on YouTube so he can remember.
Adrian, I think Messi will never come to play in Poland.
Oh, definitely no. I mean, the weather in Barcelona is not that great, but compared to Poland, for example, when it's snowing today, he would never. I mean, he could maybe visit. It would be nice, but definitely not play. Also, the level of football in Poland generally is not that great. So that's why, for example, we have so many people from Poland coming over to the Camp Nou because we can't get good football in our country, unfortunately.
It's the same in Belgium.
I can confirm it.
Maybe Messi should go to Napoli. Maybe follow the other great Argentinian.
They stay in France, but they stay in France,
I wanted to so we are going to stop talking about Clasico. We could talk for hours about this, as Olivier said. But can we pass to the next Saturday? Barca is going to play a final. It's unexpected if you come back a few months before, where we were playing really bad. We had a lot of difficulties to pass the rounds in this Spanish Cup. In the last years, we could put all the second team to win games in the Spanish Cup. This year, we put the first team, and it's difficult. But we are in the final. It's a great opportunity for this team, with many young players from La Masia, to win a title. Maybe the only one of the year, but maybe it could be the start of something else. How do you feel this game? What do you think is going to happen for this final?
Look, as a culé, I think we're going to win. But I agree completely with something that Olivier said before, is that this team is able to win a game 3-0, 0-3, but we are the same team and loses in the same result with a 3 goals against us. So I am always positive. And I also say that supporting the club when we are winning easily is easy. It's at the moment that we are a difficult period, that we are not playing well, when the supporters have to get the step in front and support the club. So I think we have to support, and we will win. We are Barça. If we go on the pitch, it's to win, not to lose.
Yes, I think it will be definitely a tough game for us. But I think the pressure actually will be on Bilbao, because they won. I mean, they lost just 2 weeks ago. They lost a cup final against La Real, and it was one of the biggest derbies in Basque history. So they have to have it in the back of their heads that we lost the first one. Now we need to win it, because if not, we're gonna be the first ever team to lose 2 titles to finals of Copa del Rey in 2 weeks. It never happened before, right? Because of the pandemic. So I think they will be stressed. I don't know about our team. I hope this I don't know if you saw that thing with Piqué and Jordi Alba, that Jordi Alba said that he doesn't feel like we're gonna win the title. I hope that's not what they were talking about, and I think the mentality will be strong in this game. And when we will lift the cup, I think what's important that back in I don't know, October or November, nobody could thought that we can go on like this. So we were bad in La Liga. We were playing really badly all around, and now we are just 2 points behind in La Liga and in the Copa del Rey final. So I think it's overall it's a good situation.
Olivier, what do you feel about this game?
I'm not very confident about Saturday because I think it's a 50-50 game. I think I for one time I'm not. I don't agree with Adrian. I think that we'll have Athletic Bilbao that will want to win at any cost because they lost against Real Sociedad and they will have 2 weeks to recover. I think it would have been much easier for FC Barcelona if Athletic Bilbao would have won this first final on April 3rd, because they would have less. They would be less angry. I think they will be very angry now for this game, and they would want to win because there's for the club, for the region, because otherwise against Real Sociedad their rivalry, etc. So it will be very, very, very complicated. It's true that what can serve FC Barcelona in that case is the final of the Super Cup 2 months ago or 3 months ago. I think they can learn a lot about that game because I don't know if Athletic Bilbao they could have done a better game than that night. It's true that FC Barcelona they scored two goals with Griezmann on the 2 only occasion, but Athletic Bilbao was not so much better than FC Barcelona at that time, and they draw the game at the end. So maybe also it's a revenge for FC Barcelona, but I think for me it's 50-50. And as Tony said, it can end 3-0 for Barca perfectly, but it can finish by a win of Athletic Bilbao also. So this is a club this year that don't have any margin at FC Barcelona. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see, of course. We all know that last weekend there was El Clasico between Barca and Real Madrid, but it was also a Clasico in the basketball section. And Jean-François is our basketball specialist here, and is going to talk about the section and about Pau Gasol, who's back with the team and who started with the basketball team. So Jean-François, we have our ears all open to your opinion.
Yes. So this was the same as the football. Barcelona was down and was close to the win at the end. Pau Gasol made his second game. He made his first game 2 days previously in the Euroleague, so the Champions League in basketball. He played against Bayern Munich, I think, as well as in the Clasico, he only played 8 or 9 minutes. He don't have the rhythm for the moment. He was good in the EuroLeague, but in the Liga it was difficult because when you look at the statistics when he was on the pitch, he was at minus 18. So that will said that Barcelona was 18 points down during 8 or 9 minutes. Yes.
Sorry that I interrupt, but I want to say goodbye to our friend Olivier, who has another engagement, and I want to thank him to be here with us.
Thanks a lot, Olivier.
It's been a pleasure, and I must say that people in Barcelona Jean-François, they are very disappointed that the games are without spectators because everybody wants to see Pau Gasol in Barcelona playing with FC Barcelona.
Sure.
Hope we can see it next time. Okay, take care. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Olivier.
See you soon. Congratulations for this first program in English. Take care.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Sorry,
Jean-François, go on.
Go on.
Yes, no problem. So yes, I said that Gasol on the field was not efficient. He was in the starting five, but yes, he is maybe slower than the past at the moment, and it will take some weeks to find the rhythm. And to be at not at 100%, but yes, at 70-80%, that will be very good for Barcelona to have an impact on the game and to win the Liga and the EuroLeague. That would be perfect.
Jean-François, do you think that Pau Gasol's comeback is best news for Pau Gasol or for the club? Do you think it benefits more to him to have rhythm for the Olympics, or will it benefit more to the team?
Well, I'm not sure that he will be fit for the Olympics. I'm not sure, but is it? Did he take the retirement with Spain or not? I'm not sure about it. Tony, maybe you did Gasol take his retirement with Spain or not?
No. The idea to play now with Barcelona is to see if he can get the level to participate. At the
Olympics in Tokyo. Yeah.
That should be his last big tournament. But with Guardiola, with Gasol, the guy has been 2 years out without playing a game. So it's normal that he misses the game rhythm and the physical condition.
Not sure.
He needs time to get at the level. If he can get the level that he had before, we cannot remember that it's a player with an age and 2 years without playing. So we have to be patient. But even if he don't play at the level that he played before, it's a great marketing strategy of the club, because you have the best Spanish player ever, one of the best NBA players in the last years. So it's always a win for Barca.
Yeah. And also the smallest salary, because he only he's paid €6,000 per month. So this is nothing.
Yeah, that's
for him. For me, it would be cool. For me, I accept. No problem.
I think we should treat this transfer of Pau Gasol more in these categories of marketing, of a symbol, because honestly, I watched the end of his career when he was playing at I think San Antonio Spurs, and he didn't get many minutes there. So I don't think how that could change.
But that's the thing. The last 2 years of his career, he played injured. He was injured, and normally he has to be to has a surgery to recover, and he did that. So he don't saw the idea to get operated and try to play a couple of years more at the max level.
And also, I think he has a locker room presence could be amazing because he's a idol, a legend, and 100% professional. So it can only influence in a good way, especially the younger players.
Yeah, we need to have captain at the club. We need to have at the club in every division from the club. We need to have a player who is a reference, who is an historical player who has been with the world's best in his category of sport. I think that's something that motivates a lot the youth players, and everybody has respect to the player. So when they talk, everybody listens. Therefore, I like a lot, for example, Bayern Munich. They have a very strong mentality about the old players. If you see the divisions that they have, everywhere there is a big player from the past. And Barcelona need to do the same thing.
Yeah. And do you think he'll be back in the organigram of the club for basketball, maybe in the next year? Maybe it's something that was talked about in the discussions about his comeback.
Well, I don't know, because as you know, he is married. The wife is from the States, and I don't know if she wants to live at Barcelona or be close to. Yeah, I don't know if you guys are all married, but the wife is the boss at home, and finally she decides where we have to be. So I don't know.
I'm married, so I confirm that's true.
I think he was already ambassador from Barcelona in the States. So if he don't stay at Barcelona, he will for sure will keep that status on the state, working as an ambassador.
So Jean-François, what are the next goals for the basketball section now?
Of course, winning La Liga. So Real Madrid is first and Barcelona second for the moment. But yes, we will look for the playoffs and see what we can do at the end. And in the EuroLeague, so we are now at the final 8. So Barcelona has will play against Zenit St. Petersburg. So normally this shouldn't be a problem. And if they win in 5 games against Zenit, they will play the final tournament. So
Final four.
Yes, the final 4, which is only 1 game for the semi-final from the final. So everything could happen in 40 minutes.
Great.
So that's 2 games when you need for example Pau Gasol at his best level during maybe 10, maybe 15 minutes. This could help a lot.
Yeah. So great perspectives for the basketball for the end of the season
yes.
now. Yeah.
They will have against Zenit the support of Penya St. Petersburg. The guys in Russia, they make good noise there, so they will have a good support.
Great. That will be a good help for the team, we're sure. So now we'll close this chapter about basketball. Thanks a lot, Jean-François.
Thank you.
And let's talk about the Penya from Poland, Penya de Lodz. Today, Adrian, you're celebrating 1-year birthday. So happy birthday to your Penya.
Yes,
congratulations.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Anthony. Yes, we've actually been approved exactly 1 year ago. So we share birthday with Carles Puyol. That's another bad day to have, and we're really happy about what happened, because actually, we know the situation with the pandemic, but we actually managed to do quite a lot in this 1 year. So we look forward to doing more. Yes.
So what can you tell us about your Penya, the Penyista? We all salute them. We all say Dobry wieczór.
Dobry wieczór. Yes, you have a great pronunciation. Very good. Yes. So, which is a city, the third biggest city in Poland? We didn't have an official Penya yet, so it's only the fourth Penya official Penya in whole Poland. And we started with a group of friends, and then there came some more friends. And it was around, I think, 50 people altogether when we started the whole process of becoming a legal Penya, because it takes a while. It took us, I think, a year to be approved. And from this 50, 60 people that we had, now we grew to 160 people. So I think that we're going to grow, that we will try to do more every month and every year. And we didn't have many chances to actually get to know each other. Some of us still don't really know each other, because we approved people. They became our members. They paid the fee. But some of them, for example, they don't live in the city, right? So because of the pandemic, we didn't have much chance to get to know each other, which is a real shame, and we really miss it. We had two big meetings in August in Poland, because the situation with the pandemic was easier back then, so we could meet without any problems. And we saw together the games against Napoli, which was a great one, and then against Bayern, which was not the great one. Still, but still, it's better to be with your friends, even if you lose, and if you win, it's even better, right? So
I think it's even better not to be alone when you lose.
Exactly. So
Can you tell us about the logo of your Penya? We saw a boat.
Yes, because łódź means boat in Polish. And what's funny is that our city doesn't have any water, so any rivers, no lakes, no sea, no nothing. But we are still called a boat. Actually, the colors of the city are yellow and red, so they are quite similar. You could say, especially the yellow one is more or less the same as in Barça colors. So it was very easy to actually do the logo. It was made by my friend, and we couldn't use our first initial logo that we wanted, because it had the shape of Barça crest. So we can't use it because it's a trademark. So we had to change it, but I think in the end it's even better than it was. So I'm really happy about our logo. And yeah, as you can see, we have some flags. I have one here with me, but I'm not gonna wave it. And we're gonna wave it actually this Saturday at Johan Cruyff Stadium, because we go into the game. Because funny as it is, 4 Peñistas actually live now in Barcelona. So we're gonna at least two of them will be at the game this Saturday. So watch us. We're gonna take the flag again.
So for the Barça B game in the Johan Cruyff Stadium.
Yeah, against Villarreal B. Yes.
Okay, great. And could they go to see the girls too in the Johan Cruyff?
Yes, it's allowed. I didn't have the chance to do it yet, but I will try to see them as well. Yes, I've never been to a Femení game, but I watched some of the games and they are really awesome.
Yeah.
So they are destroying everybody. So I love it. I hope
in La Liga.
La Liga, and I saw the last game against it was Lyon, I think, in the Champions League. So they won.
Manchester City.
The City.
Yeah, because in front of Lyon, it's more difficult. We'll see.
We'll see.
So you've got Adrian. You've got a program with the Penya, your own program. podcast. Can you tell us about it?
So the podcast, I have to tell you straight away that it's the podcast is in Polish. So be aware, if you don't speak Polish, it can be hard to actually understand. But we also do at No Camp No. We also have Instagram, which is 100% in English, and the Twitter account, so you can follow us there. And it's basically a blog about all the things Barca. I've been to many Barca games, took a lot of pictures, videos, and it just started as an Instagram because I wanted to put them, to show them how, to share them with my friends and other fellow Barca supporters. So yeah, this is me and Michał Gajdek, which is my partner in crime from the podcast. We did a little promo. We talk every week about Barca, and we also did at our channel some interviews in English, like with a former handball player, Kamil Sypszak, who used to be at Barca. Now he plays for Paris. So it was a nice interview because there are not that many people from Poland who actually played in Barca, and it was before the Barca PSG game. So yes, we try to share our passion, you could say, and so far it's growing. So I hope it's going to be even better soon.
And how's the situation for the Penya right now in Poland? Are you allowed to meet? Are you allowed to do something together, or is it very restrictive?
No. I'm actually in Barcelona right now because I used to travel a lot, but now with the pandemic, it's not possible. So I decided I'm gonna get stuck here, and the situation in Barcelona is better than in Poland. So it used to be the other way around. Last year, the lockdown in Spain was horrible, but in Poland it was quite all right, and people didn't really feel it. But now it's the other way around. The situation is on full lockdown right now, so we can't really do anything right now. Everything is closed. The pubs, the bars, the restaurants, it's all closed, and we had around 30,000 cases, so 20,000. So it's really high. So yeah, we are still waiting, but at least the vaccines are coming, and maybe it's gonna get better in few months, let's say. But I think this season, in terms of going to the stadium, meeting, this season is gonna be lost. I think next season.
Yeah, we can hope we will go back to the stadiums next summer.
Yes.
Let's hope so. So you'll be in the stadium this Saturday, Adrian, in the Johan Cruyff?
Yes, because I'm a socio also. So there's 1,000 tickets distributed at every Barça B game. So this is going to be my third game at Johan Cruyff, and I cannot express how well it feels to go to a live match, to see, to chant, to hear the Barça anthem. It's amazing feeling, and obviously I wish we could go to the Camp Nou as well. I'm not exactly sure why we can go to see Barça B at Johan Cruyff and we cannot go to the Camp Nou. I'm not really sure, but it is how it is, and hopefully it will get better. So yes, I'm looking forward to this Saturday, and also it's a really important game because Barça B plays for the playoffs and for the promotion to whatever it's going to be called. I don't know, because they changed it now, so it used to be Segunda, now it's, I don't know how it's going to go. Primera, no, I don't know. But anyway, yeah.
I think it's called with the name of the sponsor. It's
okay. So we're not gonna use
yeah.
So the Segunda won't change. Okay.
Yeah. They changed the name. It's now
Because
La Liga
the Segunda
Santander and
La Liga, smart bank.
Yeah.
So but the Segunda B will be changed to Primera, RFF, right? So it's very complicated, and even if you look at the table and try to think if they're gonna go up or not, it's quite complicated, the whole system. I don't know if they actually understand what's gonna happen with the promotions. So some coefficient stuff.
But I think in the second division they use the how it's called. That they play
La Liga Smart
like
Pack,
in Belgium.
no? Yes.
And the first division in Belgium, they play, and then there's a moment that there's a little tournament with points with the first teams. So it's not like in Spain.
Like a playoffs game.
Playoffs.
No, playoffs. No.
Like in basketball.
Comme c'est dit à Belgique. If I remember the name, I will tell it, but I forgot it. It has a name.
Yeah.
I don't remember also.
You know, they finish the season, and you still don't have the champion, and then the first teams, they have the points.
Oh, with the playoffs.
The playoffs.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think that in the second division is the same with playoffs. It's crazy.
The first 6 teams are playing to be champion, and from 7 to 14 they are playing only for one European game. European place. Sorry.
Place.
It's ridiculous.
That's
the
ridiculous.
old way is the best way. Like in Spain, you play the season, you are the best. In a season year, you're the champion. Finished.
Yeah, that's better. So Adrian, so we are all now that you told us you'll be in the stadium this Saturday. We are all jealous. Of course. We'd like to be with you on Saturday to drink Netreia and go to the Johan Cruyff Stadium, and we hope you'll bring some luck to the team.
Well, I was at the last 2 games and they didn't lose. There was a draw and a win, so I'm expecting nothing less. Yes.
Keep it that way.
Yeah, we're gonna achieve.
And how long do you think you will stay in Barcelona now? So you're in Barcelona right now. How long will you stay before you go back to Lodz?
That's a tough question, considering that I'm mainly in Barcelona for the last 5 years, and I'm also only traveling around to the woods. So, yeah, I don't know, but you never know. I mean, with the situation right now, it's tough to say. What I really miss is my friends and family, because I haven't seen them since August last year, and it's really tough situation. My wife hasn't even been last year to Poland. She couldn't, so she haven't seen the friends and relatives in over a year now, which is crazy if you think of it. Because it's a 3 hours flight. It's nothing really, nada del otro mundo. So yeah, I just hope that it gets better, and then I can travel every month again.
Yeah, we all would like to live that again. Yeah. So thanks a lot, Adrian. One more time, happy birthday to Penya de Lodz. Yes. We hope you 100 lat, as you say in Poland.
Your Polish is extremely pleasing with the pronunciation. You must have been to Poland many times then.
Yeah. Bardzo dziękuję.
Yes, thank you very much. And Wisła Barça and Wisła Łódź.
And thanks a lot. And now we are going to welcome another Barça fan coming who has Polish origins. and it's Robert Marcinkiewicz, who he's a Barça shirt collector and is talking live from Barcelona too. Good evening, Robert.
Hi, Robert.
Hello. How are you?
Hey.
Good evening to everyone. All right.
Fine. We hope you're good too.
Yeah, it's a bit warm. Let me check. It's all good now. Yeah, I just set up my phone. Yeah, fine.
So, Robert, you're a Barça shirt collector. Many other things, and not only shirts, I know, but you're a big Barça fan. You have a great collection, and today you're going to show us a part of your collection related to Clásicos.
Yes, I don't have all of them. Yeah, but I have some in Barcelona, for example. From ONAIR Clasico, I can show you from beginning maybe. Xavi boots. He played in these football boots in 2013 and 14, and at Santiago Bernabeu. And if you remember the match, the final match was won by Barcelona 3-4. I think Messi scored the hat-trick that game. Yeah.
Nice.
What else I can show you? Let's start from the from shirts. This is the Messi shirt, 2016-17. It's a special design for the player. And it's also signed for all of the players. If you can see, I don't know.
Yes. Yeah, you see it.
So
it's a match worn, Robert.
It's a prepared shirt for the game.
Okay.
Because every player, following the rules, have to have the three shirts per game. It's 2 shirts with the short sleeve, and the one is the long sleeve shirt as well, just in case. This is just a regulation. So this was the second shirt for that game. And if you could see the Messi against Real in the last game, he sopped the shirt because the fabric was very sticky to his skin and the undershirt as well. That's why he decided, not just only because he was cold and freezing and shaking a bit. It also depends what the fabric is made for every shirt. We have similar problems with shirts in 2011 and 12 when we played from beginning the season. The many players complained because the shirts was very heavy after 45 minutes. Because when they sweat, the shirts becoming more heavy. It's a bit maybe 40-90 grams, but obviously when you're rolling up and down all the time, you can feel it on the skin as well. So it wasn't the circulation, in the shirt. So they changed. The Nike changed. Obviously, the players complained to the Kidman, and Nike made the swaps, and they sent the new shirts as well. Basically, I think I have the shirt somewhere. That was from that shirt, the fall T-shirt. You can see the fabric. So different than the new ones. Right then. Some more El Clasico shirts. Let me see what I have. I have Thiago Motta shirt somewhere.
Oh, Thiago Motta.
Maxi, you're back. When you hear Thiago Motta, you're...
No, he's not.
Yeah, he was silent the whole show.
Yeah.
other one, 2005, 2006.
Yeah.
Thiago Motta
Yeah.
also signed. And also this is the player shirt as well, signed by whole players. I don't know if you can see it again.
Yeah, we can see it. Is it this year? You're talking, Robert, about heavy shirts. I have a shirt with a double constitution, and even when it's dry, it's very heavy. When they have Nike did it a few years ago, a double layer shirt.
Yeah.
It's already very heavy before the game, so I can imagine that during the game, and if it rains, it becomes heavier. Yeah, heavier.
Yeah, that's why they decide now to sell. The Nike decide now to sell in for public the Match Vapor shirt. Is called basically the Match shirt. It's also about make some money. It's like the marketing wise. And then obviously the Vapor shirts have the best fabric. It's very similar like the players wearing during the games. Basically, you can say it's 90% the same, basically, the fabric. So, yeah, we try to make some money that way. And this is obviously, I think, the best shirt ever we have in history. 2008, 2009.
Because it's going
back.
That's a shirt gone to the roots of Barcelona. What we were original. Just two colors, not the stripes.
Yeah, I hope so. We come back someday, and then the Nike designer will decide make a similar shirt than this one.
Yeah.
For me,
I will love also that we have the same design, but looking at the designs that we have the last years, and the one who was leaked out to be the design for next year, I'm holding my breath and hope to have a designer who don't drink before he starts drawing.
And the shirt you showed us, Robert, is for me. When I see it, I always think about Piqué kissing the shirt in Bernabeu after the goal in the 2-6.
Yeah, I have similar feelings, to be honest. I think for all of us that was the season with the best feeling ever as the Barcelona fan.
Yeah.
And then I think everyone would like to say back to the old times as well. Starting from
there is now a discussion from why don't we make a white shirt?
Well, about the white shirt, I think nobody likes the white shirt, to be honest. And I think the Barcelona just wore the white shirts once by mistake, to be honest. I don't know.
No, we had the white shirt in different periods in our history.
Yeah.
In the 50s, yes.
Even Cruyff.
50s, yeah.
Cruyff in the 70s. He played with the white shirt. Johan Cruyff. Yes, and I know that there is a group of socies who says, let's fuck Madrid, to speak bluntly, and say we are not afraid to put on again the white shirt to say we are more and better than there will be.
We used the white shirts in Cup Winners' Cup in 70s. I think it was 74, and it was the last game, and since then we never used it anymore.
Yeah, but I mean, this is something that in the history we had 3 or 4 designs, 3 or 4 times that we wear the white shirt. But I remember when I was young, long ago, Kappa one shirt where the stripe was white, and that was a big discussion that year. I think in 93, 94, something like that.
The Kappa shirt.
The Kappa shirt. The stripe was white.
Yeah. White stripes on the Kappa shirt.
There was a lot of controversial because there may not be anything white on the shirt. So the people are very crazy with that feeling.
Yeah. The white color is banned.
For a lot of people.
It's a really simple explanation why we use the white shirt, because it was the easiest to get back when the club formed. It was just really simple explanation, but then we didn't use it anymore because obviously now it's not a problem of money, so we don't have to.
No, but it was not an issue to use the white because of money, because Barça, from the day that they are created, they play Blaugrana, and they had the second shirt. They had the second shirt that was the black one. They had another one green in the first period of time, but in some periods they had white shirt. And I'm from the opinion I don't like nothing from Madrid. I don't want nothing from Madrid, but I don't want to give them the power to decide which color I will wear, yes or not. Yeah. So if we make a white shirt with a logo from Barça, it's a shirt for my club.
Yeah. It would be controversial, though.
Yeah, sure, but that's also okay.
Yeah.
It's always fun to have that discussion between the people. I say another thing. I prefer to have the white shirt with the logo of Barça than to have some designs from Nike that we had in the past years.
Robert, what can you show more about your shirts?
Well, I'll show you the next one. It's from 1995.
The white stripes Tony talked about.
Yeah, that's the one.
On the sleeves.
This is made by Kappa,
really
like
nice.
you know. Yeah, I think it's a special shirt as well. I like that the white lines you can see, and obviously the badge.
And there was a 5-0 win against Madrid with this shirt, no? With Romario.
Yeah,
I don't know if you know, but in the Kappa, when I think when they selling the shirts in the shops, they also selling the badge, and then everyone could just put self on the shirt. Special design for the just one season, I think, or 6 months, something like that. I don't know why, to be honest. And the next shirt is gonna be 99.
The favorite shirt from my wife. She only puts that one on.
Yeah, it's great. A great shirt. The centenary shirt is just perfect.
I like the color. I don't know why. I just like it. When I always see the Puyol in the shirt.
Yeah, it's
the
shiny.
Always remind me the Puyol.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the centenary was a great year for the club. All the first teams in all the sports, they all won the Liga this year.
They had to. They had no other choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
98, 99 again. Kappa.
Sonny Anderson shirt.
Sonny Anderson shirt. Hostia.
We lost Robert.
We lost Robert. He's gone.
Amunique, no era Amunique? Also the team that year?
Amunique, sí. He was there. Maxi, do you find Robert? He's back. He's coming back. So Robert, you're back. We lost you.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm just using my phone, so it's not the best idea. It's already warm. Yes, obviously this shirt is worn by Puyol when he played for Barcelona B in 98-99.
Okay.
And obviously the first team and second team play exactly in the same model, with no LFP La Liga.
And does he have a number at the back?
Yeah.
Is there a number?
Number 5.
Okay. So it's a match worn in Barça B by Puyol.
Yeah. Barça B.
Yeah.
And also, this is the match worn boots by Puyol.
Oh.
But now you can see you.
Nice.
Sign as well. I think that's all. To be honest, I don't have many shirts with me at the moment.
We need to have Puyol playing again on the team.
Yeah, we all wish.
If we could have 11 Puyol, we wouldn't lose a game.
Yeah. Well, 8
and there is the 2010-11 shirt as well.
That's what we say.
Yeah, it's 2010-11. Obviously, this is from Champions League final.
Oh.
This is replica from shop.
Okay. From the final in Wembley.
Yeah, Wembley 2011
against United.
Yeah.
And could you show again? Sorry, Robert, the boots from Puyol, because we couldn't see it well.
Oh, sorry.
Hand signed. So Robert, where do you keep your collection, your shirts, the shoes?
Give us the exact address.
Oh, here, where did you keep your collection? Robert is away.
He didn't want to tell us. It's a secret.
I can. In the meantime, I can show you the shirt I have here.
Yeah.
If you can see it. It's by our
Ansu Fati.
Yeah, with a dedication.
Adrian.
Okay, great.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
So this is obviously my favorite one, and I really, I'm a huge fan of Ansu. And I saw his debut at the Camp Nou, so I had to get it.
Great.
Yes.
Really nice. Robert, so I was asking you where you do you keep the shirts, the boots? How do you put them in evidence so it can be seen?
Well, basically,
I
keep in my collection some in Poland, some in England, and obviously in Barcelona. It's too many to just keep in everywhere. Just keep in just one place. Sorry. So if I settle down, I'm gonna be money with the kids. I just make sure it's gonna be just in one place. When I can just sit down on the sofa and enjoy the Barcelona games on television. Just watching, Sometimes, obviously, before the pandemic, when we've been allowed traveling, sometimes I just took part of collection for some events, in Poland, in Barcelona as well. Just sharing with the other people as well, like other Barcelona fans. Just meet the new people like we do, following the games. Then we can see each other sometimes, when we go for away games, or coming to Barcelona, or people coming to Barcelona, and then exactly the same thing, to be honest. Because the games of Barcelona, I met many people. Obviously, there is many collectors traveling for the games. I think everyone of us have some collection. So shirts. I think mostly shirts. I think so, and tickets. So I think
the most collected.
Yeah, most collected things.
So Robert, thanks a lot for joining us today, for participating to our show.
Thank you, guys.
And we'll have to conclude now this show. So I'd like to thank everyone who participated. One more time, happy birthday, Penya de Lodz, Polska. Thanks Adrian for coming. Thanks a lot, Toni, for joining. Jean-François, thank you. Yeah.
Let me say two things. I want, first of all, wish to our friends who are Muslims, because it's the holy month for them. So I wish you, to all you guys and ladies, a happy and peaceful Ramadan. I think it's Ramadan Mubarak. And we also received a question in the chat to send greetings. I will do it in Spanish. Enviamos un saludo muy fuerte a los capos del Barça en Bolivia. Un abrazo muy fuerte a todos. Thank you, guys. I hope to see you next time all in Camp Nou.
So happy, you're right. Happy Ramadan to all our Muslim Barça fans. We know all our friends. Jean-François, thanks again for joining. Thanks to Olivier Goldstein, who participated with us. And thanks a lot, Maxi, for the organization, and Rousset, who is at the background to share all your comments. And that we saw people from Costa Rica and many places in the world commenting, and we thank you again for looking at us and sharing this good moment with us. Thanks a lot to everybody, and see you soon. Visca el Barça.
Visca.
Bye.
Bye.
A todos mis hermanos y hermanas musulmanes, que tengas un feliz mes.
Ramadan Mubarak.
Ramadan Mubarak.
Ramadan Mubarak.
Ramadan Mubarak.
Ramadan Mubarak. Ramadan Mubarak a todos mis hermanos y hermanas musulmanes, que tengas un feliz mes.
Ramadan Mubarak.
Ramadan Mubarak.
Ramadan Mubarak.
Ramadan Mubarak.
Ramadan Mubarak. Ramadan Mubarak a todos mis hermanos y hermanas musulmanes, que tengas un feliz mes.
Ramadan Mubarak.